by the way, is when TJ Dillashaw upsetted Renan Barão. Great win. But all right, I see him in the chat already. We were just giving him the shine with Malcolm Wellmaker. Now the undefeated 10-0 welterweight, just coming from Nashville, Tennessee. Thad Gene, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's up, David? How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. How are you, man?
Good. Sorry, I just got home. How are you doing, man?
We're beyond blessed over here. I don't know about you, Thad. We loved watching you on Thursday, and then we had a big UFC on Saturday. But I loved it. You made the whole weekend. I was smiling from ear to ear for 3 straight days. So
appreciate that, brother, man. You've been super supportive since the start of my PFL career. So I appreciate that, brother. Man, it was a great weekend. Honestly, so blessed.
Hit up on it. We've been talking about it. It was like the face versus the face. Jason Jackson getting a lot of love. You guys are, outside in the street of Nashville doing a lot of work and, everything of PFL and all the socials. It was just you and Jason.
Yeah.
How does it feel to kind of get that almost off the bucket list of headlining a show and kind of main eventing and just, checking that off?
First, I want to say all glory to God when it comes to things like that, because that was definitely, I mean, if you want to become, I say all the time, I'm going to be the best fighter in the world, and something like that's just definitely comes with the whole thing, the whole publicity thing, and being able to do it first with Jason Jackson of all people. You know what I mean? I know I said it in the beginning, and I was giving him a bunch of banter in the beginning, the fight, but it's just promoting everything and just wanting to make this fight as big as it should be, and getting to do it with Jason Jackson. I mean, honestly, I was just like, yeah, bro, this is the fight where I have to turn up. We're on the streets. We're in front of people in Nashville, Tennessee. People are watching us. We're stopping traffic to do these face-offs and things like that. So I'm like, bro, we got to turn this up. And I mean, it's so cool because we never spoke about it. We never talked about like, hey, this is what we're going to do. Hey, let's turn it. It just came naturally, and we both knew like, okay, he's going to talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to give it back, and we're going to make sure this is great. And there's no bad blood. So, I mean, we went out there and we gave it our all. We gave it our best. And at the end, we hugged it out, and we just made sure that people knew that this was a great fight.
With that being said, usually, I've seen a couple, I've been lucky enough to be in that Thad Gene run in the PFL and the Challenger and stuff. And this was different. This was a little bit more talk before the fight. Is it something that you thought about doing or not doing, or just whatever happened, be very organic? Is it something in the future that you were like, okay, some of it I liked, some of it I didn't? What did you learn anything from kind of going through that process?
Honestly, it was something that I knew I was going to do, that I was going to be before it all started at the beginning of the year. Again, like I said, it was more towards the beginning of the year when they said that when I thought that I was not going to be in the tournament. Right. That point right there, I was like, damn, I feel disrespected. I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, excuse my language. I'm like, I'm done with that. I'm done with being nice. I'm going to just start being, stop being the, okay, people, be nice. Don't want to step on anyone's toes. You don't want to make anyone angry. I was like, bro, forget that. Be yourself. Who cares? Be as confident as you are. Be that guy. Be Thad. Be the silverback. Be who you are, bro. We know who you are. If you're going to go out there at the end of the day and fight and win, then who cares what everybody says? And who cares what everybody else thinks? So, I mean, being able to go out there and just talk the way I wanted to talk the way I felt, like the way that I felt, it felt more natural to me. And it was just a good time. So, I mean, it was something that I established once in the beginning of the tournament, once they said that I was going to be more of an alternate. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Excuse my language again. Forget that. I'm going to be the silverback. I'm going to be as confident as I usually am. I'm going to make sure it portrays in the way I speak.
I love it. I just saw you posted about it probably an hour or two ago on your socials. By the way, follow our guy Thad Gene on IG. Great socials. Man, that picture of looks like I think it was, if I remember right, because I was in that building last year for Nashville. If it wasn't for my son's basketball game, I was going to be there this year as well. But nice. I think it was the media room. Let me know if I'm wrong, or maybe it was backstage. But it was you and the whole family and all your friends. It was this beautiful picture, Thad. It was like 50 of you guys in Nashville. What does that mean? What does that mean? Not even just to win, but to have that support live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, it's beyond blessed, bro. Beyond blessed. The Silverback Nation. And you know what? And just going towards my talk, the Silverback Nation hears my talk and they don't hear that someone being cocky and, oh, this guy's being arrogant. No, they know it's full well that this guy works hard and this is the guy we want to get behind. And this guy talking trash is not just him talking trash, he's talking what he means. And that Silverback Nation, they have full faith in what I'm doing and what I believe in. And to see them come out, fly out, and just be there by my side every fight and continuously growing is just it's such a cool thing to see, honestly, man. And I'm so grateful that they're always there. Like how you said, they were. I wasn't even in that picture that you're talking about. I know exactly what picture you're talking about. Where there's a
Yeah,
bunch of when they have the flag up and everything.
yeah,
I
yeah.
actually wasn't even in that picture. I was in the back taking medicals, and Eric, one of the PRs, actually for me, took it for them, and he just sent that to me. I was like, "Wow, this is amazing!" And
Yeah,
so I was like, I had to post this picture with the collage. So definitely, just soaking it in that, man. This is only still just the beginning, and the love that I have now is just such a blessing that will continue to come in as the career grows, man.
for sure. Fast turnaround on this one. All right, so we win Jason Jackson.
Yeah.
Real quick. Split decision goes to the judges, and I don't want to talk a lot about it, but I just want to know this one question: in your soul, in your heart, did you know what the verdict was?
And my soul and my heart, I knew I was going to win, but I did not know it was going to be a 30-27. I
Okay,
believed I just watched the fight again. I would say round 2 is up for toss. Okay. I'm a warrior. I'm a man of God. So I won't take any glory from nobody, but round 2 was up for toss. You could give it back and forth. There was no action, but round 1 was mine. Round 3 was mine. Uh, all hits were dodged, moved. My head movement was still good. I was still blocking everything, even though I would say people would look at the takedown at the end of the round, but again, that takedown was more of a scramble and still in it. I was still throwing the punches towards the end of it all. And honestly, I was, again, like I said, it could have been 30-27, but I don't believe it was 30-27. I believe it's 29-28.
okay.
It went to my side. I mean, personally, me, again, I'm not the judge, but that's how I felt it went. I mean, I feel like I won round 1 and 3 for sure. Round 2, give it up a toss of whoever won that round. But it was definitely going to me. And the reason why I people say at the end, like, oh, he didn't really realize he won. I mean, when you get your name called, you're always gonna be super excited. But it was more of the fact that, damn, I really wanted to knock this guy out in the first round. I really wanted to make it more of a definitive. Like, people are always going to talk. If it was not a complete domination, if it was not complete, like, oh, knockout that you won, then people are always going to be talking about, like, oh, you didn't win that. Oh, you didn't win that. Same as the fight with Chris Brown. I was like, whatever, bro. People are always going to be like that. So I'm just like,
Right.
you know what?
And to
I
play
know.
devil's advocate that, and you probably don't want to hear this, to be honest, but I've always been a supporter of you, just be brutally honest. Probably going 15 minutes against a great veteran, one of the best, welterweights, been outside the UFC for 8 years. It's probably the best thing for you. Like, you
Yeah.
going 15 minutes with Jason and getting all that film and knowing what you can do. And you won the third round. You went in the third round against Jason Jackson is a big deal. I think it's even better if you would have got a first round knockout, to be brutally honest.
Oh, bro, I appreciate that, man. Honestly, man, and it shows that I can go toe to toe with someone who's been
Yeah,
two-time world champion and former huge promotions like Bellator, and then after the cross of the Bellator versus PFL, that
yeah.
I can go toe to toe for all 3 rounds and still come out on top. Where one of the judges were scoring, it was 30-27, where it looks like I won all, where he says I won all 3 rounds. So it was like, damn, hey, look, this is what the silverback can do. But at the same time, I knocked him down in the first round. He didn't knock me down. He even come close to knocking me down. He had to rely on his wrestling, where every time wrestling every time I got up, I got up every time. It was not like I settled and it
Yeah.
was like a definitive takedown and he did damage. No, every time he took me down, I got right back up and it was right back to the scramble, and then we go off on a break and I'd always do damage on a break. So it was a good test to my willpower and skill set.
Oh, for sure, for sure. All right. So getting back to the point I was at, fast turnaround. Where I think it's like 6 weeks, maybe even like 5.5. I
Yeah.
believe August 1st, Atlantic City, New Jersey. which that again, if I got to make a call to the PFL, I think literally the next week they're fighting in South Florida, kind of Thad Gene's home. But you're going to Atlantic City, New Jersey. It is what it is. Have you guys talked about it as a team or someone in your camp about like, hey, we can't get that far off of weight, or was it just, hey, celebrate, do you for a couple, and then we're back? Because it's probably, I think it's the fastest turnaround in your career.
I would say I don't know how much of a difference it was from the first round to the second round, because they're both fast turnarounds.
Sure.
But it'll be the same thing. I can't get too far off of weight. This weight cut was much easier than the first weight cut,
Good.
and
Good.
definitely not getting off of weight. Like I'm staying low. I'm staying within the 190 to 193 range. Currently 193, and that's because I'm off this week. Now this week I'm just recovering. It's all recovery this week, and of course it's not like all recovery. Like I'm not doing anything. I'm going back to training tomorrow, but I'm just training light. I'm doing specific drills tomorrow. But I mean, I've been off. I've been recovering. I've been just soaking it in, but mentally getting back to it because again, it's a lot. The weight cut, and then doing such a 3-round fight with such a tough guy. It's a lot. It's a lot on the body, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But I'm ready to go back. I'm ready to turn it back up because again, Logan Storley isn't a pushover himself. He is really good. He's definitely going to rely on his grappling because that's the only thing he's going to be able to rely on when it comes to this fight. But at the same time, I think I proved that just being able to grapple just like Jason Jackson is not going to be your best suit. So a lot of ground, a lot of distance, a lot of movement. We're going into a lot of movement this camp, a lot of making sure we stay off the back foot, staying off the cage, and everything like that. So
Right.
it's going to be like you said, a quick turnaround, but it's going to be more of the same type of camp where towards I know that the fighter is not going to want to stand up with me and they're going to want to grapple. But I would love to, to that point, I would love to fly in Sarek Shields, Shields to help me get ready for this fight. That'll be a great one.
I love it. Thad, I got two more for you. Another fighter's in the green room. I grappled with her before. It didn't go well for me. My neck still hurts from a couple years ago. So I'm going to get her in here. Maybe she will have a question for you as well. But Jillian the Savage Robertson, what's up, G? How are you?
What is up? I'm doing good. Congrats on your recent win, Dad.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love how vibrant your hair color is. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
By the way, Thad, real talk, Friday we had a live show down there in Coconut Creek. G was there. We had our guy Ian Parker was there. You were one of the main topics. We had Kayla Harrison in the building. Thad, we're giving you a lot of love, my man. It was very cool to come off of.
How do I watch that?
Huh?
How do I watch that?
I'll send you the link. Hey, it's on this YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
would love to watch that. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that.
Of
love
course,
being
man,
the
of course.
topic.
Also going back, and G, if you have a question for Thad, please take it if you want to. But the one question, we even had Kenley St. Louis on our show around 2 weeks ago. How cool is it to have a great teammate, a great friend on the same fight card? It seemed like you guys were kind of connected by the hip all week at Nashville. Is it, is it motivating? Is it cool to kind of do it with with a bro? How cool is it to do it with a teammate?
Honestly, it's great. Me and Kenley he's my main training partner. When it comes to just the training camp itself, always, we're always hip and hip when it comes to the training room, when it comes to grappling, when anything outside of fight, we're always like just next to each other, trying to grow each other, trying to become better. I mean, like, honestly, I knew that Burkmark was not going to be able to keep up with Kinley's pressure when I was like, nah, he's not going to be able to keep up with Kinley's pressure. Yeah. So when Kinley won that fight, oh my gosh, I was ecstatic. I was going crazy. I mean, I'm so happy that he won that fight. And just to be able to go through the whole process of, weight cut. And you know what is better? That he's the same weight as me, So it was like, low-key was like, okay, you have to suffer through this the same way as I do. So it's like, let's go. Let's suffer together, let's do this together. Let's have a great time together. And just preparing for it with my teammate that I'm always with, like my brother, honestly. Kenley's like my brother within the whole fight community, with everything. Like, honestly, I know he's one of the best and he's on that win streak just like I am. Like, right. We're both on that win streak, and we're both just pushing each other constantly and at such a high pace and level that people don't realize that we're honestly, it's not about like, oh, you don't need 20,000 big names in your gyms. You just need one really, really big and ready to get down and dirty dog to make sure that you're getting better. And that's what it was like with having Kinley by my side and or just being by his side, man. We're just growing constantly together. And to be able to go into the fight together, same weight class, and then both come out on the top as with 2 W's for the school against another school that the same school that we beat. It's like, it's a little, it was cool. I mean, low key, it was just high key. It was just very, 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 very great. It was a great time.
Awesome.
Just a great time.
Do you have anything for Thad?
No, I was just curious, with you guys both being in the same weight class, do you ever think like, I don't know, like the Rob Aljo thing, would you guys, like, if it comes down to a belt, like, have you ever thought that through, I guess?
I mean, we definitely have. I mean, we said we won't fight for little, it depends on how much money it is. We'll definitely, because, he has a kid. I don't have a kid, but I want to buy property. So, I mean, he has a kid. He has a kid, and I want to buy properties. And I'm getting in the process of buying my neighbor's spot right here. But, I mean, it's just, whatever. If the money's right, forget the belt. We'll definitely fight each other. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're still brothers at the end of the day. We fight each other all the time in sparring and everything like that. So to get paid a lot of money to be able to do it at the same time is definitely something we've definitely talked about. But again, it has to be good money. It can't just be nothing. It can't just be, regular, showcase bout or something type money. No, it has to be good money. And then that's when we're, it'll be a show. It'll be a show that everybody wants to see. So definitely, and it's something that we've spoken about, and we know that it might happen. I mean, eventually, I will definitely be going up to 185, but that's when the weight cut gets hard for me, and that's not for another 5 years. Honestly, the weight cut for me is super easy. It's super chill. I'm just a bigger guy in general, so it's good for me.
That's a good one. Dude, I don't wish injury on anyone, but this is storybook. It's something happens to Logan. They look at St. Louis's win streak. We got the championship on the line. But like I said, I hope you guys don't. To be brutally honest, just to kind of keep that kinhood, brotherhood. Sometimes, and I know what you're saying, and I respect that a lot about the kid and everything. But I hope you guys can somehow dance around that and never come to blows, if that makes sense.
Honestly, there's so many welterweights in the world.
Huh?
There's to your point, there's so many welterweights in the world. There's no reason to have to fight.
Right.
And there's something were to happen to Magomed. I'm not Magomed, but Sterling. I think Magomed would be the one to take over. The Omotov. I honestly think, I don't know why, but I've been thinking, like, I don't know if I get like these feelings, and I'm like, I don't know, of course there's just feelings, but everyone gets them. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go against Sterling. So I've been looking at Magomed Omotov a lot. And thinking that maybe they're gonna make me go against him, but we'll see. I'm ready for everybody.
Hey, if that happens, that's a great clip. If that happens in 2-3 weeks, I got one last thing for you that we'll let you run. How is Nashville, Tennessee? I love it. It's one of my favorite cities. I've been going there for once a year for the last couple. Like I said, didn't go this year, but I know it's hard because you're in the fight game to it. But did you stay a couple of days after? How did Nashville treat that, Gene?
No, Nashville was fantastic. Honestly, I thought Nashville was a great time. Every bar had music and just everybody ready to dance. So we stayed 2 days after the event. We left Saturday morning. We stayed Friday night, and we had Friday the whole day. We just had a good time. We went out. We got boots. I mean, I got these. I'm actually super, super scared of snakes. And one of the biggest snakes that we have down here are pythons. And I was like, oh, I need some python skin boots so I can start stepping on them. So I got some python skin boots, and I was just, we were just out there just having a great time. The entire night was great. I mean, we didn't get home until I can't even tell you. It was just the time. Nashville was a great time. Honestly, I would definitely go back. It's nothing like Vegas, but it's trying to make its way up there, I believe.
Yeah, it's way different. There's no shows. It's more that strip, bar to bar to bar, music. Vegas is another animal. It's not.
It's a move. I think Vegas is a move. That's actually one of my dream places to fight. I still have not yet fought in Vegas, and that's one of my dreams.
All right.
So, Nashville was great.
I got to call PFL. I'll make a call literally after we get off this. I cannot believe you're fighting in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and not in Hollywood, Florida.
I was gonna say no. Let's do Hollywood. I need to be Hollywood for the finals.
It's crazy, crazy.
That man, I feel like it's a miss right there, but whatever.
It's a miss. It's a miss for sure. But you don't miss. Undefeated welterweight, 10-0 in the welterweight championship, August 1st. PFL coming soon. Mr. Thad Gene, the Silverback. Appreciate you like always, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate both of you. I hope you both have a great day. I'm gonna watch that clip. I want to watch that. So it's on the YouTube channel. So
yes, sir.
I appreciate you guys. Let's have another one of these after I'm 11-0 and the champion.
I like it. I like it. Appreciate you, Thad. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a great day. Bye.
Absolute stud. Absolute stud. Talking about a stud to a stud. What's up, G? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. I saw you in